I don't want to. I don't want to.
Welcome to Play 'em All, where I'll be playing through entire video game franchises back to back, then rating them on a tier list. I'm starting off with Dead Space, a horror franchise with 5 games and 2 DLCs. 7 years ago, after being unimpressed with the Dead Space franchise's sales, EA shut down Visceral Games, so I kinda thought the series was done for, until... last January, EA showed up with a studio I'd never heard of before named Motive and released a remake of Dead Space 1, which I assumed would be terrible and a cash grab because EA, but I'm happy to admit I was very wrong. Motive absolutely killed it. This is one of the best remakes I've ever played. I'd even dare to say it's better than the original. So, in the Dead Space games, headshots are useless. You gotta dismember enemies instead. Also, I'm a coward, so I was terrified basically the entire game, but it was so good, I just kept coming back to it. Alright, our main character is engineer Isaac Clarke, who is part of a team sent to fix the USG Ishimura, a planet mining ship. He also wants to relink with his main squeeze, Nicole, who is the senior medical officer on board. Isaac's new pals are security officer Hammond and computer specialist Kendra. And also Chen and Johnson. There are a few issues, but when they land, no one is waiting for them.
Where is everybody?
Turns out the ship is full of transformed human monsters called necromorphs, and basically everyone is dead, plus every major system on the Ishimura is damaged. Which means it's time for Isaac to get to work.
Where's the leak, ma'am?
This beautiful piece of equipment is the plasma cutter, and it's all you need. Stasis slows stuff down. It's very cool. First up, Isaac fixes the tram system and heads to the morgue to find the dead captain's rig so Hammond can control the ship, but before that, Kinesis. Kinesis is also great. I love the pulse rifle, but it's terrible. Noob Tube's great. The morgue is blocked off and Isaac needs a way through, so...
What am I doing? Oh, I'm making a bomb.
Bomb has been planted.
Quick stop in 0G and it is much improved from the original. Well, turns out the morgue was blocked off for good reason.
Oh, come on, they can fly!
Isaac grabs the rig for Hammond, then heads to engineering to fix up the ship a bit more.
Rip and tear until it is done.
What a weapon. Isaac fuels the engines.
The scope of my engineering genius literally knows no bounds.
And restarts this thing, which gets the ship back in floating condition. Then we just peacefully leave. Ah.
All I saw was this ugly tentacle thing come out of the ground. Tried to grab my private parts.
Not really a fan.
I know you're not asleep.
Time to meet back up with Hammond, who just launched an escape pod with Necrochen into space. Then Kendra comes back and tells Isaac about a religious marker that fucks with people's heads that the crew dug up and brought aboard the Ishimura right before the outbreak started.
Miners found the artifact. They reported hallucinations, paranoia, suicides. But the Ishimura brought this marker on board anyway. Like that was a plan.
She also really wants us to not trust Hammond.
Not now.
The Ishimura, Hammond, or the marker?
That artifact they found?
Don't bullshit us. CEC knew all along about the marker, didn't they? Isn't that why you're really here?
Then Hammond pilots us right into a debris field, so Isaac's gotta fix up the asteroid defense system.
It's offline. I've got the system readouts here.
Line gun let me down after so many upgrades, so this is as much intro as it's gonna get. I didn't use the contact beam at all until the very end of the game, and I regret that. After Isaac fixes the cannons, Kendra forwards a broadcast from Nicole, who says,
Medical is a sanctuary.
Nicole, I'm going back to medical.
in medical, Isaac talks with a unitologist doctor named Mercer, who says Nicole is busy. If you're wondering what a unitologist is, they're
Religious nutjobs mostly.
who worship the marker. We find the source of Nicole's broadcast, and there's...
It's there for a reason. No. He's there because... for a specific sort of thing.
someone uses stasis on Isaac.
Who the fuck is this asshole?
Ah, it's Mercer, who unleashes his experiment, a regenerating necromorph called the Hunter that I both hate and fear.
Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, God.
Isaac escapes and eventually freezes the Hunter, so I'm sure he's gone for good. Meanwhile, the oxygen in the entire ship is getting poisoned, so time to fix that.
Air quality is dropping ship-wide. Something's poisoning the oxygen in hydroponics.
In hydroponics, Isaac finishes making an enzyme to kill the source of the poison, but first we gotta kill Weezers for Dr. Cross.
Weezers. And they're suffering.
I also regret not using the force gun more. It's like an air blast shotgun. Hope you're ready, cause it's time to fight the... Butthole. Butthole.
With new friends and new things to see.
Butthole. 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 After that, Cross tells us about an SOS beacon that her man was making, so Isaac goes to look for it on the mining deck. Meanwhile, Hammond is crawling around in the vents trying to avoid unitologists. After some difficulties, we finally find Nicole and she acts...
Oh my god, I can't believe you're here.
normal?
You'll put things back the way they were. And make us whole again.
Yep, super normal. Isaac gets the SOS beacon launched when...
Here's what we're going to do. Panic.
Positive anomaly detected. Quarantine activated. Damn it! The explosion's right half the circuit. Almost there. Hold it off. I got it. Hit the manual release. Damn it! Try the door now. Quarantine lifted.
Do you have time to talk about our Lord and Savior?
After escaping, it's time to fix up comms so we can actually respond if someone sees the SOS. Before getting anything fixed, a military ship called the Valor jumps in, but they still need comms. Alright, so I am really bad at puzzles. It took me almost 45 minutes to notice lines on these dishes.
This person doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
It keeps going on like this for a while.
So you thank Ganja for that?
After shaming my ancestors back there, Isaac and Kendra try to call the Valor, but the antenna is blocked, so he goes to unblock it.
Last door's over the comms array. The hell?
There'll be a manual release over at maintenance. I'll go.
Error. Blast doors obstructed. Please contact a repair technician. Still can't reach the Valor. What's happening with the antenna?
Well, look who's back.
Round 2. Fight!
With new friends and new things to see.
We'll spin you through the galaxy on the great space.
Butthole.
Whoa, on the great space.
Butthole.
Off we go. Get on board, step inside, soaring for a magic ride, roaring toward the other side, where only rainbows hide.
The Valor crashes into the Ishimura because they opened the escape pod with Necrochen, so now instead of being rescued, Isaac has to grab its core to use in a shuttle the Unitologists have. Hammond hops on the Valor with you, and there's a nuke on board.
Oh.
The nuke is disposed of, and Hammond is going space crazy.
It's Chen. There, on the Wrigley. Did I lock him in alive? Chen, come in.
Hammond gets trapped with Necrochen, and in a moment of clarity, sacrifices himself so Isaac can get the core. Another Unitologist doctor named Kine tries to contact us, but Isaac isn't interested. Kendra sends us to the crew deck to find the ship, and boy is this area unsettling. Isaac finds Mercer, then...
What's your opinion, Doctor?
Oh, he's fucking dead.
This fucking guy.
After some marker mindfuckery...
But you're on it, right, Isaac? Everything's gonna be just like it was.
We meet Dr. Kine in person, who gives a little sneak peek of the hive mind and tells us we need to return the marker to the planet. Isaac finds the shuttle, but...
And then there's this asshole. I'm out.
This time he's dead for good. Mercer is pissed and thinks the necromorphs are his BFFs, but that is very wrong.
Bring convergence. Make us whole.
Now Isaac's just got to get the marker to the shuttle where Kine and Kendra are waiting. He loads it up, and she killed Kine and ditched us.
You rat.
Turns out, Kendra works for the government and is there to cover up the marker, which is just a man-made copy of one they found on Earth. As Isaac is about to give up, he gets a call from Nicole, who's finally ready to... team up. Isaac and definitely real Nicole get the shuttle back from Kendra and go to the planet to return the marker, where it was originally found. They return the marker.
We can put it back. Make you whole again.
And BAM! Kendra shows up and shows Isaac that he's got marker madness and Nicole was dead the entire time.
This is all made up shit in your head, you know.
The Nicole you've been with was actually Dr. Cross. Kendra kills Cross before a quick race to the shuttle. Kendra beats you there, but the hive mind doesn't really want anyone to leave.
Grab my hand!
Isaac, please.
I'll do fucking anything.
Then perish.
Isaac kills the hive mind, then boogies. This remake, what a game. I love the original, but this one is the definitive version for me now. Motive needs to either pump out more remakes or make a new Dead Space, cause I want more from them. S tier. Starting out pretty strong with the first game, so up next is an on-rails shooter that was made for the Wii. Extraction is a prequel to Dead Space that takes place on the colony and the Ishimura as the outbreak begins. Extraction isn't as unnerving or fun as the Dead Space remake, but I still like it a lot. Almost all of the weapons are from the first game with a few new ones mixed in. Most are okay, but 2 stood above the rest. The rivet gun, which is just a more powerful nail gun, and the crotch level flamethrower. Kinesis and Stasis are back, but this time Kinesis is used for everything, and I forgot I even had Stasis the whole game. You get to choose a 3-letter name, arcade style.
Ass.
The game starts with a phone call between Sam Caldwell, our main character, and his girlfriend, Lexine Murdoch. They talk about how Sam and his crew are extracting the marker today. What could go wrong? So the marker gets pissed about being moved.
Whoa, no touchy. No touchy. No touch.
And everything goes to shit. People start going crazy, so Sam and the boys have to kill their way through to go fix a gravity tether. In dark sections, you have a glow stick you can activate by everyone, including Sam, starts going marker crazy.
It's coming, man. It's calling us. Make it whole. Quit babbling. Shit.
But eventually Sam fixes the problem.
Hope you can hear this, because comms are screwed out here. Good job with the tether. Systems are stable again.
Lexine calls and lets Sam know that the life support is going down, so he fixes that too.
The life support power room isn't far from here.
Now leaving 0 gravity.
Sam, you did it! The air's cycling again.
Sam's reward for fixing everything is... Turns out Sam was the most marker crazy and was just slaughtering all his friends and coworkers.
Sterling. Oh God, I thought you were... I've got to get out of here.
This is the guy that slaughtered his entire crew.
Why'd you do it, son? All these people never did anything to her.
Call Commander James and get Doc Schiarella down here.
He's gonna have a busy day.
Now that Sam's dead, we switch to one of our real main characters, Nathan McNeil, who is the one who shot Sam. McNeil immediately bumps into an old friend, Gabe Weller, who's with security from the Ishimura.
Be damned. Gabe Weller.
Gabe was sent to recover bodies from a mass suicide for the captain. The morgue is missing a lot of the bodies, so we know it's about to go down. Corpses are coming back and the entire colony is going insane.
What's going on here? Stay out of this, cop. It's none of your business.
Just tell me what the problem is, son.
Gabe and McNeil barricade themselves in PSEC headquarters to get away from the crazies, but the inside has something too.
For us.
We just locked ourselves in. Whatever it is, it's our problem now.
That something is our first real necromorph.
So aliens do exist.
And they're trying to kill us. Isn't life dandy?
After clearing some necromorphs, McNeil finds Lexine hiding.
What's your name?
Lexine. Lexine Murdoch.
The three of them decide to ditch the colony for the Ishimura.
Right?
She's right. Baines and Hutchins will be waiting for us. Come on, McNeil.
The shuttle bay gets decimated, but we find a survivor, Warren Eckhart, who is just the worst.
Quite a mouthful.
But he lets the gang know there's another shuttle in the maintenance bay, so they take a shortcut through the mega vents to avoid trouble, but as we know from the last game, vents aren't very safe.
Heads up. We've got the high ground.
It's over, Anakin!
Then the gang enters the vents of the mega vent.
What do you mean?
Vent? They escape the vents and find the ship, but hive mind. Some of Gabe's people are killed, but the core 4 escape to space and head towards the Ishimura. But the Ishimura isn't really interested in getting visitors from the colony right now, so... They crash into the Ishimura, but after a spacewalk and some zero-G, they make it inside.
Zero gravity.
Everything seems alright. They're here too. After killing some necromorphs, security shows up and tases the shit out of the gang. They get sent to medical for a checkup where they meet alive Nicole? Everything gets locked down and MacLeod heads into the vents where these annoying bastards are. MacLeod seems to be losing it a bit.
Jump scare!
But he's able to end the lockdown. The gang meets back up and heads to the security station and barricades the morgue so that someone can blow it up a little later. Nicole stays behind in medical and the gang falls into the sewers. Lexine almost immediately gets swarmed and disappears into the water. Eventually the gang, minus Lexine, finds a doctor named Karen Howell who immediately ditches them because giant necromorph boss. I won't lie, the boss fights in this game are agony. They kill the thing and head towards hydroponics.
Is it dead? How about we don't hang around to find out?
Oh, fuck you, Weller. It was a simple bloody question. Yes or no would have sufficed.
We become Karen for a bit, before finding and helping Lexine.
Someone there? Yes, dear. How badly are you hurt?
They go looking for the gang and after a while find them, so the gang is whole once again.
Weller! Eckhart! Nate!
Lexine! Thank God.
I told you they were still alive.
Karen gets grabbed by a tentacle and Eckhart leaves her. Now we switch to Weller and the gang splits up to find a ship.
Find a shuttle.
Is that really a good idea?
Gabe and Eckhart find one, but Gabe has to open the hatch manually.
Sit tight and wait for me.
My pleasure.
Hatch is opening, Eckhart. How are you doing? Eckhart,
Whee! When Gabe returns, he finds out that, shocker, douchey Eckhart is a unitologist on a mission to find someone immune to the marker, and sends off a message saying Lexine is immune and should be studied.
Lexine Murdoch, a surveyor. She appears immune to the marker's effects.
Eckhart shoots Gabe, but thankfully there's some karma. Switching back, MacLeod and Lexine try to tell Nicole about the shuttle, but she's already sending her message to Isaac and dies.
What's she doing? What's... Oh, no! Nicole, no!
No! Damn it, Nicole!
They make it back to Gabe, who is luckily still alive. Nothing can be easy, of course, so the ADS cannons are still on and they can't leave just yet.
I was afraid you'd say that.
The ADS cannon. Remember the fireworks show we got on the way here?
Shit.
MacLeod goes to shut them down and we get another annoying-ass boss fight.
Ah! What the fuck?
This stupid, annoying asshole just keeps sucking my face over and over. The bastard crab is defeated, but takes MacLeod's hand. Switching over, Lexine gives Gabe some painkillers and he's back in action.
You're not kidding.
They hold off the necromorphs and MacLeod finally shows and they get the hell out of there. While flying away, they hear a transmission from an incoming repair crew and try to warn them, but it's too late. Course is set for the sprawl, but sadly MacLeod dies and becomes a necromorph, who Lexine is forced to kill. So that was Extraction. I wasn't the biggest fan of the gameplay, but I enjoyed the story greatly. Watching everything go down in real time instead of just showing up for the aftermath was extremely cool. Overall, pretty decent game for something made for the Wii. B. This is where Dead Space Mobile would go, but it's been delisted and the only way to play it is sketchy downloads that I'm not going to touch.
Let me in! Let me in!
But basically the whole story is that a new unitologist is tricked into causing a necromorph outbreak on the sprawl. Unplayable. Next is something truly horrifying. A puzzle game. Not gonna be a lot here. It's a short puzzle game comic style prequel to Dead Space 2. We've already established how bad I am at puzzles, so obviously I hate the game. There's like 3 or 4 puzzles and you just repeat them 3 or 4 times. Our main character this time is Franco DeLille, and the whole story is just him and his friend Sarah fixing up some stuff, then necromorphs show up. Sarah dies one way or another and Franco ends up in the hospital freeing Isaac.
That's it.
I feel like this game is a case of not everyone needing a backstory because this is Franco in Dead Space 2.
Listen, you're in terrible danger.
Yeah, he dies like 2 minutes in. D. Next up is... Nope. Nope again. Finally, we're at... Dead Space 2 is more of an action horror game than straight horror, but I like that. The horror stuff is definitely still here, while adding incredible set pieces. Like an Extraction, we get to watch the necromorph outbreak begin, but this time on a much larger scale.
We have to go.
Basically everything is brought back from the original with some great new additions. Instead of a ship this time, Isaac is on the Sprawl, a big-ass inhabited space station. The game starts with a fun little therapy session.
Isaac! You were drifting away for a moment there, Mr. Clark.
Nicole is still around in her own special way.
It spoke to me.
What did it say, Isaac? What did it say to you, Isaac? Isaac!
Franco dies a horrible death, and he's off. So shit's gone sideways on the Sprawl, probably because of a marker. Isaac has a nice chat with his therapist.
We're all gonna burn for what we did to you.
Then a woman named Dana calls, claiming she can help, and sends him toward the tram station. Next, he scoops up a plasma cutter and continues through the hospital. We meet Strauss, another patient in the program Isaac was in. We'll see more of him later. Lockdown, then stasis. Nicole, knock it off. The store is a mess of free DLC weapons and armor that I didn't use because I like the progression in this game. Isaac slaps on a familiar-ish suit with a cool new helmet. Now we have our first boss fight. I horribly whiff 2 stasis shots, but kill him shortly after. As far as new weapons go, I only really used 1. This is my favorite weapon in the series. It's just a big spike, but the secondary shoots out electricity, and once you upgrade it enough, you can make them explode. Isaac bumps into Strauss in the apartments. Dana calls again and fills him in that Tideman, the director of Titan Station, made a new marker and started all of this.
Old and busted, new hotness.
Isaac gets to the tram station, and here comes not Nicole again doing her usual bullshit. Isaac hops on a tram, but things do not go well.
Now arriving.
He hangs out for a bit before a big boy shows up and ruins the fun. Dana gives us a new route through a unitologist section, which I'm sure won't be pleasant.
When in doubt, throw them into space.
Isaac heads deeper into the church and gets a new suit. After killing those bastards, Isaac heads into the church's morgue, which is not somewhere you want to be. He makes it through with only minor horrific hallucinations. In the chapel, Isaac is attacked by a pack of small necromorphs.
I'm a fucking child, dude!
Not Nicole, I swear to God. We finally meet up with Dana, and she's a unitologist who wants to use Isaac to make more markers. Isaac is going to have serious trust issues after this. No need to get revenge though, because there she goes. Isaac survives, but immediately bumps into this guy. So he needs to run for his life. Now Strauss is our only homie and tells Isaac the marker is in the government sector, and that they can destroy it by following some steps.
We build it. We can tear it down.
What, you mean the marker?
Now Isaac meets Ellie, a survivor/pilot, and she politely tells him to fuck off.
Don't follow me, okay?
Wait.
He moves onward, pops some zits, and now he's in the preschool, which is a creepy-ass area, probably worse than the church. Not Nicole's back. After getting the hell out of the school, Ellie calls us, letting us know she found Strauss, so we go to meet up. Tideman causes some technical issues, which Isaac solves by fixing up the solar array. To get to the array, he has to take a long ride on a elevator. Isaac aligns the array and heads back in one of the coolest sequences in the game.
Superhero landing! Yeah, that's really hard on your knees.
Isaac is losing it even more than usual, and Not Nicole isn't helping. He's close to meeting back up with Ellie and Strauss is getting worse as well.
You want me to blow this? Hold it together, Strauss. I'll be there soon.
Isaac navigates through the super blender.
Will it blend? That is the question.
And the
burning ring of fire.
Isaac's not doing great.
Out of my head. You're not Nicole!
And Strauss is really not doing great.
Through the holes in his head. Listen to me.
Stop staring at me! Stop it!
Relax!
Look, Pim, I know it's our job to help this guy and everything, but I think this guy's a lost cause. He's obviously made up his mind. Why don't we just cut our losses and get out of here?
The tram is good to go to Gov Sector, but Tideman ain't having it.
At this point, it's all just dead weight.
We gotta stop the transport now. Oh, shit.
Time to go back to the Ishimura. This level is a goddamn masterclass in suspense. I was just waiting for something to happen, but most of the time, nothing did. Apparently, after the red marker was destroyed, all the necromorphs on board turned to sludge, allowing them to haul the Ishimura back to the sprawl.
Yoink.
I don't think any of this is helping with Isaac's ultra PTSD. Isaac helps Ellie and Strauss across and takes an escape pod. Strauss has officially lost it.
Needle in your eye. Strauss, goddammit!
Ellie is basically fine.
Oh god. Ellie, step 3. You owe me an eye.
Walk it off.
Isaac gets tentacled for real, then Strauss tries to poke out his eye too, so... How can you not love the advanced suit? Not Nicole beats Isaac's ass for a bit before he reveals that he doesn't want to let her go.
And if I let you go, I've got nothing left.
Step 4. Acceptance.
Ellie and Isaac find a big-ass drill and decide that that's the best way to get into the government sector.
Straight ahead. We do have a giant drill.
They're in, but so are thousands of necromorphs, but who cares about that? They found a ship. But it doesn't seem like Isaac plans on leaving, so he launches the ship with Ellie inside.
Closing hatch.
Tideman is pissed and thinks 200 men are enough to stop Isaac. What he doesn't realize is that Isaac has backup.
Let's get this party started.
Oh, shit.
Isaac finds the marker, and it's a little bit bigger than the last one.
Oh my god. I built that.
Yes. The necromorphs are absolutely bonkers for the marker. They can't get enough.
What? What are they doing?
They're all coming to the marker. Convergence is at hand.
After sticking a needle into his brain, Isaac meets this game's version of the Hunter, the Ubermorph. He's not as scary as the Hunter, but he's just as annoying. The rest of the game is just running from him until Isaac gets to the marker where Tideman javelins him. Isaac takes care of Tideman, then he gets betrayed again.
Isaac, now, time to die.
What? Isaac has a brain blast, then it's time to take care of Nicole for good. Then he patiently waits for death, but Ellie saves the day.
I'm trying! I'm trying!
Obviously I love this game, it's everything a sequel should be, and I believe it's the best game in the series, S tier, and I do consider it better than the remake. Next up is... Severed is a standalone DLC for Dead Space 2, but we won't be spending too much time on it because it's pretty short. The DLC focuses on Gabe
Well, I'll be damned. Gabe Weller.
and Lexine from Extraction. After the two of them escape the Ishimura, they settle down on the Sprawl, which is just some horrible luck. Gabe fights through the necromorph hordes in the mines, working his way towards the hospital that Lexine's in.
I have to get to the hospital. I have to get to Lexine.
He gets betrayed by his superior Vic, who is trying to find and kill Lexine, since she's one of Tideman's key subjects.
Sorry, Gabe. I know you'll try to interfere. Orders are orders.
Gabe downs Vic's ship and heads to the hospital where he's held back by some traps. Vic finds Lexine first, but is stopped from killing her by some freaky unitologist who take her instead.
We have our orders, Mr. Bond.
Gabe catches up to them, but the unitologists get necromorphed, so he kills them. Gabe opens the bay door, but right before getting on, Vic shows up and sets off a grenade that kills him and mortally wounds Gabe.
Just following orders.
Next. Bartlett set off a grenade.
Oh my god.
I'm not gonna make it.
No.
Goodbye, Lex. I love you.
Gabe dies, but Lexine escapes. I enjoyed this, but it's a bummer that all the Extraction gang got for a sequel was a 2-hour DLC where Gabe dies and Lexine disappears, never to be seen again. But at least they got something. B. Now we've arrived at the final game. This game probably could have been great if EA hadn't put their grubby hands all over it. Microtransactions, weapon and suit DLC, forced co-op, slashed budget, plot changes, all EA. Then, when the game doesn't sell 1 billion copies, they shut down Visceral. I actually enjoyed the co-op, but it kind of ruined the horror element. My favorite thing about co-op is you can have someone else do all the puzzles for you, so thanks Braxton. Some of the side missions have both people seeing different stuff, which is great, but basically every other side mission isn't worth it.
Isaac, are you seeing this?
Not a fan of crafting weapons instead of buying or finding them. Focusing limbs can go right out the window because you can just shoot necromorphs in the chest and they'll explode. Even though I complained about weapon DLC, the gun I used for the entirety of the game was, you guessed it, DLC. I just really hate the crafting and blueprint system, plus you need to have enough resources for them, so I just paid to get a good weapon to avoid all that. The game also made using a controller difficult, so I didn't use one for the first time in one of these. This one begins with 2 random dudes 200 years ago on a snow planet, they both die, and some guy drops a special thermos. Years after Dead Space 2, Isaac is moping on the moon because Ellie dumped him. He gets his ass whooped by John Carver, a space soldier and our co-op partner. Carver's boss, Norton, lets Isaac know that Ellie is missing, and the unitologists are on a crusade to free markers across the galaxy. Isaac joins Norton's mission, but the unitologist leader, Jacob Danik, is waiting for him at Extraction.
Isaac Clarke. Just the man I was looking for.
Danik frees a marker and botches an execution on Isaac and Carver. They get the hell off the moon and head towards the last place Ellie was. Upon arriving, they get their ship blown up and have to make a new one in a ship graveyard from 200 years ago. They hop on the Roanoke and find the first bench where you craft weapons and manage your inventory. There are a lot of hibernating necromorphs aboard. After restoring power, the boys find Ellie as well as Buckle and Santos, two new characters helping fight the markers.
Austin Buckle, marker ops. This here is Jennifer Santos.
Turns out Norton is Ellie's new main squeeze, which Isaac does not take well.
Nice, Norton, huh? I mean, that was quick.
Isaac has a marker moment that helps them figure out an alien machine can stop the markers for good.
Isaac! Hey!
Turn it. The Admiral was obsessed with making a key. Of alien device.
They jump from ship to ship until they're able to fix up a small one to take to the planet Tau Volantis. Their landing is not smooth. Everyone gets separated, then the boys get jumped by a crab spider that'll be showing up a few more times. They find Buckle chilling out.
It's frozen solid.
Isaac.
Down in the basement they find new suits, but also feeders, which are people who ate necromorphs. Spider crab attack. And he runs away like a coward.
Where's it going? Where it always goes!
The boys head to Central Command where they reunite with Ellie and the others, then begin looking for a way to make the key to the alien machine. The unitologists are back to cause some trouble. There's a boss fight with a drill. Santos figures out they need to go inside of a hive mind to track the machine.
We need to get inside that thing?
Yes!
Norton is getting more jealous.
Isaac, be careful up there, alright?
Yeah, don't hurt yourself.
And Carver has started seeing his dead family. That is not good.
Is everything alright?
There's another spider crab fight, and once again he flees. Isaac and Carver finally head into the hive mind in a giant cage.
I got you for 3 minutes! 3 minutes of heat time!
They shoot some nerve clusters and fight off necromorphs before dipping. Norton ditches them in the cage because he's a douche.
Norton, open the cage.
No.
They escape, but almost immediately get captured by Danik and his men. Norton sold everyone out to Danik because he thought he'd let everyone but Isaac go. What a moron. Then the hive mind wakes up and we get a boss fight.
Come on! You fucking kidding me?
Now they're back in the hive mind, but this time they're food. The boys cause some stomach issues, which kills the hive mind. But stupid-ass Norton still hates Isaac, so he tries to kill him.
You betrayed us!
I tried to save us. You are the real problem here, Clark, but not anymore.
Ellie and Santos are not pleased, but at least Carver got our back.
Norton betrayed us, Ellie. He was ready to kill us. Isaac did what he had to do to save the mission.
I can't do this!
Now we get this bullshit annoying climbing mechanic that happens constantly through the rest of the game. Isaac finally admits he wants to be here because of Ellie.
I'm not here because someone put a gun to my head.
I did it all for the Nookie.
Santos tells Isaac they need someone named Rosetta's research to make the key, which is called a codex. The boys bring Ellie and Santos up an old elevator, but sadly old Spider Crab shows up to fuck everything up. But Isaac and Carver get revenge shortly after and finish off Spider Crab for good. Turns out Rosetta is actually an alien that was chopped up into a puzzle. Can't think of a worse fate than that.
Oh? According to this, we're here to assemble Rosetta. They cut her into pieces? Oh my god.
Carver is getting some of that sweet, sweet marker madness.
You okay?
The boys and Ellie assemble Rosetta, which shows them the final moments of its race. The aliens also found markers, but built the machine to stop the final form, which is a moon. Yep, the unitologist's precious convergence is when all the necromorphs get sucked into the sky and form a flesh moon. Isaac explains all this, but not to who he thought.
And this is the key. Turning it all off.
Danik steals the codex, but Isaac releases gas into the room that kills all his men.
What we need!
Ellie saves the boys but gets trapped in the gas.
Ellie, come on! Ellie!
It's no good. It's moving too fast. Isaac, do it. Just do it. Isaac! I love you.
Ouch. Carver has some more issues but manages to destroy a marker.
I'm right here tomorrow, come on!
The boys follow Danik down a shaft to the alien machine, and there are puzzles and necromorphs galore. They find out they can completely destroy the moon with the machine if they can get the codex back.
Carver, did you hear that? The machine can crush the moon. It just needs to be properly configured.
The boys share a moment before re-stealing the codex.
So I guess this is it, huh?
Yeah. This is it.
I need you to promise me something. If I don't make it, you'll get this done, right?
We'll get this done, Carver. You and me.
Yoink!
Isaac!
Super stasis and kinesis are great. Ellie is alive.
Isaac! You're alive! But how did you...
I escaped the delivery.
Danik tries to trade, but Isaac ain't having it.
If he turns off the machine, we're all dead. Her? Us? Everyone.
Carver throws Danik the codex and he turns the machine off, so it's time to fight a moon. Honestly, this is an amazing fight. You get to use markers as weapons and rip the machine right out of the moon's stomach mouth thing. The boys make it to the codex and Carver is very eager to die.
No more bullshit. We die here, now.
Can't wait to die. Honestly, I cannot wait to die.
They give it a twist and boom, the moon is dead, but Carver gets sucked away and Isaac falls. Ellie tries to call them but gets no response and heads back to Earth.
Are you there?
We're sorry. You have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service.
Isaac.
If you feel you have reached this recording in error, please check the number and try your call again.
There are parts of this game that I don't like, but it's still an enjoyable game. It just doesn't feel like a proper Dead Space game. I bet it could have been so much better without EA's meddling, but overall, not a bad time. B. We're at our final piece of Dead Space content. This one will be extremely short because this DLC is short, and also has setup for a sequel that is never coming. Isaac and Carver wake up back on Tau Volantis and freak out about not being dead.
Aren't we
Dead?
That doesn't make any sense. Isaac, you activated the codex. The moon fell. We fell.
The moon's brothers want to go to Earth, so Isaac and Carver have more work to do. They steal a ship from the Unitologists and head back into the ship graveyard to look for a part that'll get them home.
Let's pull in here.
But there's a Unitologist cult, so they kill them, get the part, and head back to Earth. But oh no, the moons are already at Earth. This DLC is not my favorite. Bam, C, we're done. Now I'll just say that I love this series and I hope Motive gets a chance to make many, many more Dead Space games in the future.